Okay everyone, today I've got one from the archives. This is the Lost Lake trail ride with a bonus lake. Don't miss that. If you like high alpine riding and lakes, stay tuned.
This is the trail called Middle Fork to Lost Lake. So the last time I did this, I did it a different route. And the different route, the climbing was pretty much intensely all day long. So what you watched in this video is I did it backwards, and wasn't sure how I could show it going on twice. Twice meaning, how could I do the video for the same place twice? And last time I came up here, I think it was second week in August, and now I think it's September 25th. So we're pretty deep into fall, and got a good view of a lot of the colors as the aspens here are just beginning to change. The Wheeler Peak Wilderness here in Red River / Taos. So up there you can see there's the trailhead parking lot, but I chose to park obviously further down because at the end I would have had to ride this all the way up. But at the end of the day, if you're pretty wiped out.
Now half of this trail was actually closed in 2022 due to an estimated 500 downed trees, and due to the Hermit's Peak Canyon fires that were happening this summer, all crews were busy fighting fires and not clearing trails. So this one I did a year before, right around the same time as now in the fall.
All right, so far so good. Just riding through the forest here, gaining lots of elevation, looking at that cool little moss that some of these trees have falling on them. What are these, evergreens? And yeah, it's kind of neat. Peaceful, quiet. Nobody else up here that I've seen. Saw one person earlier. But so far, it's been a good ride. Probably about 70 degrees. Perfect weather. So far, the first 4.25 miles are steep and gains a lot of elevation. You'll be climbing up to between 10 to 11,000 in that range of elevation, and it's a mixed bag. There's a few spots that are flat but steep, and a few spots that are real rocky and rooty, where the roots you're just gonna and the rocks are just gonna have to hike a bike. But right now it's been pretty flat, as you can see, and again calm. The grade on those first 4.25 miles between 8 to 12% grade, so it can get pretty steep on you. And the views open up. That's not too bad, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Boy, those trees look so healthy down there. That's a good sign. Come out unscathed, no fires. All right, we made it.
Lost Lake sits at an elevation of 11,495 feet. Lost Lake is stocked by helicopter with native cutthroat trout, and fishing is permitted, and a state license is required. Camping and campfires are not permitted along the lake shore.
It's pretty peaceful. I see one camper, one tent. There might be more people here, I just can't tell. Sun's going over the mountain. There's probably a little bit of sunlight still left over, but here we are. All right, we're leaving the lake now. Let's get a look at it one more time. Oh, it's getting really windy. I had to put my long sleeve on. That wind is really coming out of that canyon. All right, we're coming into more sunlight here, which is good. Wow, and those mountain ranges right there. That might be Wheeler Peak over there. Not sure. Some of the areas on the trail get pretty thin on the sides. So you just got to keep your eye on the trail. Try not to look at the view. If you want to see a view, Just pull over, stop to take a look at it. Because you don't want to fall onto the edge. No siree. Nothing but steep hill down there.
Horseshoe Lake elevation, it sits around 11,950 feet. Here, you experience the beauty of the lake and views from another spectacular vista point.
Sun is setting, but you can still see it. And I'm glad you can. This is really, really beautiful. So if I follow the trail that way or this way, it's just gonna loop around like a horseshoe.
Horseshoe Lake is at timberline and it's often windswept. Horseshoe Lake is also stocked by helicopter with native cutthroat. Allegedly, this is one of the highest lakes in the continental USA, and the Wheeler Peak Trail is also located at the lake.
Amazing. There's a lot of rivers that you're going to embark and see on this trail. Getting a little too close for darkness here. But it's a good thing that I brought a flashlight so I can get along and get out of here in one piece. Right here, I don't have time to really show it to you very well, but for the lack of time, there's a really neat waterfall. It's right down there. You can hear it, can't really see it, but I'll put a link up top so you can actually see it from the last video. And I would have run the drone so you could see it, but it's getting a little dark and we need to get this machine home. So as I did this video the first time, of course, all of this was what I climbed up. And everything that you saw in the first video that I descended was everything I climbed up today. So it's kind of like two ways to do this trail. However, if you watch in the first video, my descending, you'll notice a lot of it's a lot of chunk, rock, rooty stuff. And this, there's some rocks here and there, but if you notice, it's a gradual descent that I'm going on, and which means that even though the climb is long, it's easier to ride this up. even though the climb is probably longer. But I'll take a look at it all at the end to let you know and kind of give you my thoughts about all of this. And hopefully I can lighten this up so it doesn't look too dark in post in the video. But we're flying home, trying to get as much of the last light out that we can before I have to use my light. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah, if you take a look at this, it's mostly trail on the way up. And it's gonna work out nice for me coming back down, because I almost thought of going back the way I came, but I just thought to myself, well, if it does get real dark, it'd be nice if it was kind of flatter, wider single track, rather than a lot of rocky stuff that I could get flipped over on the bike. So I think this is gonna work out much better. And get some of that sunset over here. Wow, check that out. That's so cool. Flying through the rocks. What a beautiful sunset, wow. And look at the trees turning color up there. Let's see if I can get a pic here. Right, you guys, I don't know if you could see this, but this isn't exactly a mountain bike light, but I've rigged it to give me light, and it's working so far. There's a little bit of last light left. It was much darker a minute ago, but I think I'm coming through the trees and they're opening up. And I'm just trying to get back to where I parked.
Well, I made it back to my SUV, and all is well. It was an adventure riding this in the dark, and it's actually pretty fun riding in the dark. Hopefully, this trail will be cleared next summer in 2023 so that you can experience it. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you share this video. I'll see you the next time as we travel the narrow trail.